Okay, so we are recording pretty late actually, just because this card right in front of you has been revealed a little bit early. It is what, Tuesday, and it's supposed to be revealed on Friday, and they're just like, fuck it, we're just gonna go ahead and give out the card. Why not? Bandai getting a little impatient, trying to build up the hype as much as possible, and most likely I think they probably gave out the pre-release stuff, so they're figuring it's gonna get leaked anyway. But it is pretty much the thing that everybody was thinking of. It is Majin Buu with Babidi absorbed. If you didn't know, it is from Dragon Ball Heroes, just like the last SCR, the secret rare that I just went over, the Broly one, is from Dragon Ball Heroes as well, the Super Saiyan 3 Majin Broly, like the one that's controlled. But this one is a black card, surprisingly enough. And it does go with the destruction rare. So just to get into it, it is the Arcane Absorption Majin Buu, and as the 1k 10k combo with triple strike, and as well as of course the ultimate tag. By the way, I'm sorry I made that mistake last video as far as the two ultimates, the victory strike and as well as the Broly, my bad. Activate main. So this one is a little bit worded, little weirdly worded, but it is a energy of 6. So you pay 6 and you choose one and an evil wizard Babidi card in your drop or warp area. Play the chosen card, and then you play this card from your hand on top of the card you played with the skill. And then after that, you play the card, and if there is an evil wizard Babidi under this card, you choose up to 5, yes, 5 of the Agent of Destruction cards in your drop area or warp and play them. Now, just reading that skill, one, the activate main is really weird. Now, let's get that out of the way. It literally says play the chosen card after paying 6. So you choose one in your drop, and then you play this card. So you're technically playing the activate main and paying 6 from your hand, and that's gonna be a little weird for the cold bloodless targets, and as well as that's pretty much it right now, I think. Yeah, but Minus Killing Zone should be a kind of a main deck card going forward, especially if Broly's gonna stay prevalent. Neither here nor there. That's kind of another video. But for this card, it is a little bit weird. I think it's just like the Goten's cards where you play it, like the Goten and Trunk cards, the older ones where you play it from your hand, you pay one, or you reveal it, whatever you may be, that sort of thing. So that's interesting. So you basically play the either was a Babidi, it can be any of them, and the reason I say this is because there are a number of them. Obviously we have the leader, but the evil wizard Babidi is the character at the bottom right, as I understand. So if you have a evil wizard Babidi, which this one is very notable, is the look at the top 7 and choose 2 red battle cards among them, and you already know the best. Obviously this is a possible card they're gonna be playing, but it's not gonna be the target for it. This is just Deborah. It just has Babidi in its name, and then Agent of Destruction top 3 Majin Buu. This could be a searcher for the secret rare. If you look at the Hercule card, that is, you can also play that one, but it's a red Buu, and I'll kind of get into that in a second, why it might be kind of important to play that. And then of course the evil was a Babidi, in which this one has barrier, and you can only have one in the battle area, and then all the Agents of Destruction cards in your hand have no specified cost, and it reduces by 1. So all of the 3 drops, the Agent of Destruction cards, are effectively 2 drops with this guy out. But the weird thing is that if you already have this guy out because you've been playing all the destruction cards previously, you're gonna have to combo this guy off the field or do something with it. And then right after that you get to play, or you get to play it out, that sort of thing. But the other part of it is that if you don't use that effect, the activate main in 6, well, you don't have to worry about that, right? But that's the thing. That's kind of the biggest thing to understand. Of course, we have this Babidi, which is the evil wizard Babidi, and then that one is as well. And then that's pretty much it. Back to the card. So a few other things to kind of understand is that yes, it does have triple strike, and yes, it does have 40,000, but it also has Majin Buu / Majin Evil Wizard as far as the traits and character name. Now, why this is important is because of a number of things. So one, surprise attack Majin Buu is a Charles Busch target, and then we have Awakening Evil Majin Buu right after that, and then he is evolved 2 for Majin Buu, a red one, which is this. And then you get to Union Absorb, place one battle card under this card, and then you choose one Majin Buu other than this one with 25,000 or more power from your deck and place it on top of it, and then shuffle the deck afterwards. So the reason why this is important, the reason why this is going around, shout out to everybody in my locals, shout out to everybody in the Discord. Join the Discord if you haven't already. We were talking about this as soon as it came out. Obviously, Chuck, yes, I know you weren't the first one to think about it, but I will give you the credits to put it in the Discord at the very least, right? Anyway, so you place a battle card from your hand under this card, and then you choose one, and that one will be the secret rare. So basically, you just choose the one drop Babidi and place it underneath, and then it will fulfill the requirement for the secret rare, because it does say if there is a Evil Wizard Babidi underneath the card, it doesn't say how it got there. So as long as it's under the card, you're good to go. Why I mentioned that it was a Child's Wish target is because of this guy obviously being a Child's Wish target. So turn 2, and then right after that you can go ahead and use the 2 red to do that, and maybe turn 2 to turn 3. It doesn't have to be like perfect, right? Another thing is that you can place a this guy right here, so that way any Majin Buu over it can get barrier. So if you're worried about that, you can always do that, and then place on top the secret rare right after it. And then the next turn you can always just go ahead and use the Shenron leader effect, or the same turn, it doesn't really matter, in order to swing 3 times and then go for triple strike, triple attack. That's obviously a good thing, or at least obviously the thing that you might want to take advantage of if you're a triple strike, 50,000 and triple attack. I'm trying to make sure that I don't make any mistakes this time. I don't want to make any more mistakes as far as giving out the wrong information, but that's how I see it, and that's how it's possible. Obviously you might have to wait a couple turns, obviously you might get Mifuba'd, right? These are things that we already know, and obviously we have things that mitigate that, like Battering and others. Now the other thing is that again, when you play this card and there's an Evil Wizard Babidi under this card, you choose up to 5 of the Agent of Destruction cards from Dropper Warp Area. And of course these are all the ones that I already went over. If you haven't checked out that video, please go check that out. Very interesting to see all of them, and even the secret rare with the 1-drop Babidi, which is this card, by the way. I don't know why Shenron Layer has it like this, but it does. And then we have all of these cards. The first thing that people are kind of thinking of is milling 12, because you can get 4 of these bad boys if everything goes well. If you're playing a burst leader, which is kind of risky to burst out the secret rare, which is why I would say play the Agent Restoration Babidi and as well as the Agent of Destruction Babidi in the same deck, so that way you can search out the secret rare and as well as have him, just so everything is unspecified cost. So obviously this guy is going to be the biggest thing. Like I said before, he's going to be the money card, including the Vegeta. And then especially since you can play one of the, like, up to 4, which that's just crazy, or up to 5 that is, sorry. And then you can just choose up to 1 of their battle cards and pop it with 25,000 or less. That's just like, wow, that's just crazy. But there's this, in which at the end of the turn you get to choose one of your energy and switch it to active mode, and of course he's a 20k critical. If you put out 4 of them, now you have 12 cards to mill because of 3, 6, 9, 12 after you're using the activate main right after, and that is pretty devastating. Of course you draw 4, but that's like very situational. I don't know how often that's actually going to come off. I think the biggest thing is just the 5-drop Buu being able to do that. And another thing is that obviously we have the Slug, in which if you have him out, or if you have them in general, you can make them drop a card each time that you play them out, and then the KO over here, and then over here you can go ahead and rest something, ignoring barrier. If they have a barrier blocker, then that's going to be a pretty cool thing to tap down. And when we're talking about leaders, as far as this secret rare goes, I think there's a few leaders, like maybe Hirudegan would be probably a good one. I think yeah, probably Hirudegan. It would be pretty sick to have Janemba, but obviously has the 5 or more cost restriction. Maybe, I mean, like I said, a burst leader might be pretty good, but at the same time, not really. If you're gonna go the Shenron route to go ahead and use the Child's Wish, probably OG starter deck Shenron is gonna be the best bet for you. And then that's pretty much it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to really sit down and really think about it, especially since you're gonna be using blue red, and then obviously need a 2 red to do that, because you need it for the Union Absorb. So most likely it's going to be, well, I mean, you don't really need, you just need it in the hand, so that way you just place it under the Babidi, that is the 1-drop Babidi, and then place it under, and then play out the secret rare. So I don't know, there's a lot of things, and honestly I'm really curious to hear what people are thinking, what people are brewing so far. So by the time you do see this, or you hear it, or you listen to it, or watch this video, please let me know in the comments. What do you think about this secret rare? Do they actually break the game in allowing the 5-drop to go into the secret rare? Is it gonna get errated? Is it gonna get banned? What else is there as far as the combos, as far as that stuff goes? And if you don't want to put it in the comments, put it in the Discord. We're always talking about it, and we're there and happy to talk about it. But like, subscribe, dislike, comment, all the other stuff, and I will see you in the next one.